So y'all see this yard right here? There's a lot of weeds in it, and it's bad, man. It's about as bad as I've ever seen it. This is where he parked at. I mean, this is right in the, you know, I don't understand why he would park there. He's been coming over here with me for like 5 or 6 years, man, and we've never parked there. We parked here, and we parked over there, but we never blocked the yard. So, more money means more problems. Just saying. Okay, guys, good morning. All right, y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, y'all, man, so yeah, y'all know, more money, more problems. All right, y'all, we got done at the first one. We're done at 8:35. That's $70. So it took us like 20 minutes, man. Kind of chilly out here this morning. That's all right, though. It's gonna warm up. We got a big list today, though. We got quite a bit of driving to do, and I am taking both trucks just because that gives us so many more options for, you know, the $25 in fuel is going to cost. We can make up for it on our time and all. So, you know, yeah, because we got one big one to cut. It's yeah, when I say big, it ain't big like the ones yesterday. It's probably like 2.5 acres, you know. It's not, maybe not even that big. So yeah. But we're doing good so far, you know. We've been working a hot 20 minutes and we got the fuel for the day. That's the way I look at it, y'all. Break that shit down, man. Break it down. So I know yesterday I was talking about I was gonna do that grading job today. That's a big negative. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So it's not gonna rain today and it's not gonna rain tomorrow, so I figure I just let it get drier one more day over there, and that's gonna be good. That'll be like a week without rain, and that's gonna be perfect, man. When you're doing the grading jobs and stuff, the weather is really a big factor, because, well, you're charging a lot of money, and you don't want, and you might be able to go cut grass, right, with the ground wet, but you won't be able to grade with the ground wet. So I left Zach back over there. He's going to be pulling out over there. You know, he had to blow it off. He was blowing it off, and there's one little piece of side section that he was going to cut real quick. I forgot to cut it. I didn't load it up, and still waking up. So while he's doing that, I got to go over here and pick up the money that Zach did not pick up the other day. Yeah. What else I got going on? Yeah, man. You know, should be a good day. It probably won't be as lucrative as yesterday. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about today, just in general, that I'm just now finding out. So, on the Zelle, you know, a lot of people pay me with Zelle, and each year more and more people do that. Even the ones that used to write me a check, they'd rather do Zelle, or, you know, most of them like Zelle. I don't like PayPal, because PayPal try to charge me, but Zelle. Like the lady that I did the tree work for down there in Griffin, she paid me the $4,000 in Zelle. She couldn't do it all at one time, but, well, that kind of screwed me up a little bit, for sure. Let me tell you why. Because Zelle limits your money. And so, the way I do some of my banking is probably not normal. What I do is I have 4 bank accounts at one bank, and one of those is a savings account, one of those is a business account, and one of those is my wife's account, and one of those is my main checking account that I pay all my bills with. So what I do is I put money in the business account, and then I disperse it as needed. You know, I disperse into my personal account to pay my household bills, you know, and all that. Now, all the fuel that you see me buy, all the fuel goes on one card, and I pay that card off every month. So Zelle does it, they limit the amount of money that I can get or move around. And I'm always moving money around, like, and it's crazy. I know it's a money game that I play with myself. It really, I mean, it really is the same thing. But so what I do, like I said, is I transfer money out of my business account into my personal account, and then as needed, right? And then what I end up doing is I might not need it as much, right, or whatever. And so then there'll be excess money, what I feel like excess money, into my revolving checking account that I have a debit card to. Now, I don't have a debit card on my savings account, and there's no transactions on my savings account, none. So that is, to me, the safe account, right? That's the account I like to put the money in after it's all been said and done. The business account, I keep a nice chunk in the business account. I need to cut that one too. I keep a nice bit of money in the business account, but I really had rather keep money in an account where there's no movement. Like, the only movement on the account is me putting money in. Now, I can put money out, but I never do, because once I put it in, it stays in, right? So it's just a bunch of tricks that I play with myself. So what happens with Zelle is Zelle limits how much money you can move around. And so by me moving money around throughout my own accounts, right? From the business account to the personal account, and then from the personal account to the savings account, well, I've done hit my max, right? And so now people can't pay me with Zelle until I think the end of the month. So that is a drawback on, and it's really my fault. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a realist. I need to quit moving money around like that. What I need to do is I need to make sure that that I keep my limits open, right? It's crazy, I know, but it's the truth. And what happens is when I do it, usually it's never a problem. But then when I do a big job where somebody pays me with Zelle, like, the $4,000 job, that runs it up. Normally it wouldn't be a problem, because normally it's not enough money to reach the limits. And I don't even know exactly what the limits are, how they do that. I'm going to sit down and figure it out. But yesterday, on the two $300 cuts, I couldn't get paid because Zelle won't approve anybody will send me money because I'm reaching the max limits. So yeah. So basically, I couldn't get paid. Now, I don't know if there's something I can do to maybe pay for a little bit more of a, of a limit, maybe be able to pay for a higher limit, maybe. I don't know. Any of you guys have any experience with that, y'all let me know. But the money, get me moving the money around between my own personal accounts, that's my own OCD crap, right? Because once it goes into the savings account, I can't easily pull it out. I can go down to the ATM and I can, I can't even get money out of the ATM out of the savings account. And I set it up like that. So I can't even go down to the ATM and get money out of the savings account. I set it up like that. That keeps me from dipping into my savings account. Now I can go online and I can transfer money, but my bank is using Zelle only now. And I can go online and I can cut a check from that account. Of course, I can go in the bank and I can get whatever I need out of that account. But I found that with all the scheming going on, as far as people taking your ID and stealing your debit card number and blah 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 blah. Well, I have found that it's happened to every one of my accounts except for the savings account, which is the one that has no debit card on it, no credit card on it, or nothing. Where somebody went in and 3 o'clock in the morning and ordered a bunch of shit from China or something. I mean, now I always get the money back, but that's a hassle. and I don't like hassle. I got enough hassle, right? So, yeah. But they limited my money, man. I mean, I can't even get paid, you know. So that is a drawback to the Zelle anyway. And I got one payment where the people sent it to my old email address. I told them not to do it. I told the customer, look, don't send me any Zelle money, because see, Zelle changed all their conditions and my bank started using Zelle. So I had to add all these people that use Zelle to my bank account. And I had to change my my Zelle ID, if you will, right? And so I had one customer just 3 weeks ago, right before Easter, sent me $125 to Zelle, and I ain't got it yet. And they're saying it's out of their account. I'm saying I ain't got it. They're saying it's out of their account. Well, we've been going back and forth, and I believe they sent it, and I'm assuming they believe that I didn't get it. But we've been going back and forth about that for 2 weeks. And so now we found out yesterday that they sent it to the wrong freaking email. And Zelle it's like Zelle will just hold the money. I don't know where they hold it at, but they'll hold the money and until somebody calls them or something. I don't know. They don't automatically return it, at least not within 2 weeks. So I was calling those folks yesterday, asking them about, I never got that money, and it's coming up for another cut, and I'm not going to want to cut it if we're in limbo about the money from the previous cut. I'm not going to cut it. I got a problem with that. And they sent me a picture of where it was taken out of their account. I sent them a picture of where I didn't never get it. And that's how some of the drawback to some of these, apps are. One of them I've never had a problem with is, believe it or not, is the most simplest one, and that's Cash App. I've never had a problem with Venmo either. I really like the Venmo better than any of them, to be honest with you. PayPal is, PayPal's okay, but PayPal will charge you, and like PayPal on the last job I did for that lady, not the one we just did in Griffin, but the other one I did where we had the chipper out there, she sent me I can't remember exactly how much. I think it was right around $3,500, and PayPal tried to charge me $90 to get that money, and it was going to take 3 or 4 days for me to get it. And I'm like, and I think I mentioned it in a video, and I called and I said, look, I don't want to do PayPal. I'm not going to pay $90. I don't want to pay $90 to get my money. I'd rather somebody just mail me a check. I ain't got no money to be giving nobody like that. $90 is one big yard that I got to cut for free. Now, why in the hell would I want to do that? That's basically the way I look at it. So if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Well, then it don't make no sense. And I ain't trying to do all that. So, when you're out here and you want the convenience of these apps and stuff, nothing wrong with that, and I love them. And I'll continue to use Zelle. I'll continue to use Venmo. You got to be honest with you, because that's the way things are going. If you don't accept Zelle or Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, well, you're making it a little bit more difficult to get paid than necessary. And anytime you can make anytime you can make it easy for customers to pay you, that's what you want to do. Now, out of the 1,000 or so Zelle requests and things that, transactions that I've done, I've had one, and that's this one that I'm talking about, the $125 that I never got, and that's because they sent it to the wrong email address. So if you look at it like that, the scale is pretty sweet. Let me grab this money real quick. But that's some things that, if I'm, new in the game, just FYI, checks are becoming a dying breed. I accept them and all that good stuff, but I had rather do the apps. But you got to be able to do both. Because a lot of customers that don't trust the apps. They're more, some of the older people, you know, people like my mom and stuff, they don't trust none of them, but like PayPal, something that's been around for a long time. So if I send money to my mom or something, if I don't give her cash, then I'll usually send her PayPal. You know, if sometimes, like, I told her if she'd get her a laptop, that I'd pay for half of it. You know, something like that. You know, then I would send her the money for half or whatever. You know, anything that my mama needs. I mean, come on, there ain't no limit on none of that. So that's what we work hard for, right? Isn't that why we work so hard? Isn't that why we're seeking financial security? We're seeking that, so not so I can, you know, buy a yacht, so I can live good and help folks that I want to help, you know, if they need it now. And not have to, of course, you know, I'm not going to hurt for nothing either. I can pull off. But that's the thing about doing a job like one I'm going to be doing tomorrow with the skid steer, doing it by the job. Because if something happens outside of my control, whether it's on that job that I'm on, right? Or if Zach's out in the truck and something happens, you know, whatever, man, a flat tire, a mower tear up or anything, and I have to pull off, then I can pull off and it not affect my money and it not affect the customer's attitude toward, hey, you're charging me by the day and you spent 2 hours over there, you know, not at my house, not on the job. See, I don't like the customers micromanaging me, and that's one of the big reasons why I'd rather do it by the job. It's one of them. Other one is, well, doing it by the job, it's a slight gamble, and who don't like to gamble if you're an entrepreneur? Who don't like to bet on themselves if you're an entrepreneur? I love betting on myself. Of course, some situations I'm not going to do that, but I like my odds with the power rake. I really do. So it's going to be the first job that I actually did. Well, it's going to be the second job after the wood chip job. Because on that wood chip job, it was $1,000, and I didn't make top dollar over there because there was a lot of travel going on. I had $50 in fuel on that one job. See, to me, at this point in my lawn landscape career, it's all about freeing up my time. Because see, I don't have any time. If I didn't have the second truck, I wouldn't have time to do any bobcat work. I mean, very little. You know, because I'd be too busy having to chase the lawns, and when you got a lawnmower on the trailer, you don't have a skid steer on the trailer. So having the second truck is critical to doing what I'm doing, you know. So I saw a couple of comments. One of the guys was talking about, you know, modifying his mower to do what I did the other day on the airstrip. Now, I didn't show y'all that to suggest that you guys do that, because that can be very dangerous. The situation over there is a little bit unique. I have a lot of experience with lawnmowers, and that airstrip is flat. There's no hills, I wouldn't want to, you know, I don't even think that I would pull the mower behind me on any of the residentials that I did yesterday. So another thing too, y'all, is I ordered that rig for the Kia Sorento. I ordered it a couple of days ago. It'll be here tomorrow, and so then I will be able to pull either the little trailer or the man lift with the other car. So that means that if either one of my trucks go in the shop, I'm still at full capacity. See, right now, if this truck broke down or that truck broke down, I'm not at full capacity. I can't because I can't pull the trailer with nothing else. I can't pull the little trailer. So if this truck goes down, then the other white truck can pull this big trailer, and the Kia will be able to pull the little trailer. So, and the Kia can definitely pull the man lift, and that is really the main reason why I got it. So if I have two men on a job, I can take the dump trailer, the man lift, and the Bobcat all to the same job at the same time. It'll save me the $80 that I had to spend last week on that. See, I'm always looking for a way to cut out the middleman, always. If I've got to pay the middleman, and you got to pay. So anyway, I got to get gas. So Zach's gonna meet me up here at the gas station. I got to get gas in all the vehicles, and all the mowers. So yeah, y'all. All right, y'all. Shoot, we are cooking with gas. Zach's doing good, man. But it should be. You know, he's out here all the time, every day, and it's all business out here, man. It ain't nothing personal, you know. So we're doing good. We've done one in my neighborhood, 2, 3, 4, 5, headed to the 6th one. Yeah, we're headed to the 6th one now. It's not gonna be a long day. I can't believe these guys even put sod in that yard. There ain't no freaking way I would have put Bermuda grass down right there. No way. Oh, big money they spending right there. See, I don't really like doing the sod installs that much. It's got to pay a lot, man, for me to want to do them. See, these big companies, they can do them, but they got these employees, they ain't paying nothing too. You know, they got like 6 guys out there. They're probably all making, you know, $13 an hour or whatever. I very seriously doubt if anybody's making $20 an hour. You know, you might have the lead guy making that, but that's about it. You know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head to the 6th one, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, see, that'll give me plenty of time this afternoon to do a couple things with the skid steer. I want to take the skid steer over there to where we cut that tree down and pick up that debris. So I should have time today to do that. We're going to get done early today. So that's good, I guess, right? All right, people, get out the road. Hell no, man. But y'all see where I cut that ivy back over there? Now, that, I cut it. I cut it when I was cutting the trees over there last year, but I didn't cut it all the way through, all the way around all the trees. It was so bad last year, you know, on those 3 trees that I just didn't take the time. And today I knew I had a little bit of free time, so I spent 5 minutes there with my little, y'all know, that little hand saw, a sweet little saw to have. They're gold out here, man. But you can keep one on the mower. Now the next one we're going to, I got to stop by the steel dealer and see how everything is kind of, you know, for me to go to the dealer, I don't just up and go, because I try to make it, and then when I'm over in the area of the dealer, which I knew I was going to be today, you know, this whole route is all around the dealer, and I go right by the dealer to get to the next property, and I knew that. So that's why I wasn't worried about the skag belt. That's why I wasn't worried about a few other little things that I need. The choke thing on the BR700 blower, just a little orange thing broke. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And these kind of things just happen, you know. But the damn thing was hard to start without being able to choke it. It just is. So a lot of you guys have been asking me about the mower surging. Well, it stopped surging, and then it starts. Every time I put fuel in it, it starts surging again. So I don't know, you know. But I've been putting gas treatment in it. Not no expensive gas treatment, just the fuel injector cleaner stuff, you know. But yeah, all right, y'all. So here is another. Okay, y'all. So here's another example of, you know, the ivy, the vines, and all that. So you see these 3 trees right here? See how close they are to the house? And these are, this is sweet gum trees. They're trashy trees. And if we continue to let this ivy, y'all see it, it's gonna kill the tree. I mean, it's already killing the tree. So y'all can already tell, I spent my little old 5 minutes. I went around to all 3 of these trees cutting this ivy. You see, with my little handsaw, you know. And I pretty much got all of it. There's not any that hasn't been cut. All this has been cut through. So y'all see it. So next time we come over here, a lot of this stuff ought to be dying. So y'all see that, right? I don't understand why the dude gets in the truck, sits in the truck for 5 minutes before he pulls off. Man, I mean, that's wasting time, dude. I'm running circles around him today. He's working good, but not on the same level as me. I done 3. I done 2 by himself to his 1. And I had to travel to 2 of them. So I just want to show y'all that. So we'll see the next time. Y'all remember that. And we'll snap a little picture here. Okay, y'all. That's a wrap on the day. It's 2:45 and we're done. And we covered a lot of ground today. Probably gonna let Zach have the day off tomorrow. I just don't really, well, I think he needs a day off. He needs to rest a little bit. So let's let him have tomorrow off, and we'll be back to it on Friday. And tomorrow, I'm gonna take the skid steer over there and I'm gonna do that grading job. I don't really think I'll need any help over there. But we had a good day, man. Well, we got everything done. A few little hiccups, but nothing major, you know. We got everything done, and that's all that really matters, you know. The whole list is complete. If we hadn't had the few little hiccups, we probably could have done one more, but I'm good with where we're at. You know, we got the list done. That's critical. 250. So it's 2:45 right now. Done. And see, that's how I keep up with things. I usually will write a number down at the end of the day, and the timing we got done, and then that'll refer to everything on that list for that day. So then in my system, when I get home, I'll make a note of that. So then if we're out here on a day like today and it's 4:30 before we get done, then I know something's up. Because today was as long as it could possibly be. I mean, unless something breaks or something, you know. And that could always happen. Something could break at any given moment. Got the belt for the Skag, so we'll get home and eat a Sammy, get the skid steer loaded up. I may go over there and pick up that brush pile and move it to the woods real quick for that customer that we did work for a couple weeks ago. All right, y'all.